Hey, pipe friends. Just a little drop in on Friday to, well, really nothing, just to kind of ramble, smoke a pipe, and enjoy a pipe with friends. Excuse my hair, I just got out of the shower and I stuck this cap on, so I'm smoking some Black Bayou MA Smoke Shop. I'm going to put where you can get his number off there. I sent Guy Witherspoon some. He won second place in my contest, and he really likes it, and I haven't smoked it in a while, but it's watching him smoke it made me want some. It's strange how that works, but I'm gonna smoke a little of it. And I pulled out an old pipe, an old friend here that I hadn't excuse me, that I hadn't smoked in a while. It's just a little old basket pipe I bought a good while ago. Love the grain on it. It's got a little beveled bowl on it, and it's apple full bent, like the little band on the stem there. I don't know. Like I say, it was. I think I paid $30 for this pipe. Not a bad deal at all. Good smoker. The only problem with it, excuse me, is that sometimes if you overpack it, you got to pack it gently. If you pack it too tight, you may as well dump it out and start over. Get a little char going here. Like Guy said, this is usually a one light deal. Of course, I have a tendency to let mine go out because I do, especially on videos. You know, I do a lot of talking, and I should do more puffing and less talking. But anyway, I poured me just a little bit of Sprite a while ago. I'm laying off of the Cokes and stuff. I don't drink a lot of Sprite, but I just needed something while I was smoking this pipe. I've cut my Coke intake. As y'all know, usually I've got my big Citgo mug, and of course now I'm taking water in it mostly. I went to the doctor here the other day. My blood pressure, I take blood pressure medicine. I take lisinopril, and he had increased it to, started out at 10 milligrams. Then it wasn't really working after several months, so he added something to it, 12.5 milligrams of something. Makes you get up and go to the bathroom, and that worked for a while. And so then he moved me to the 20 milligram, and this worked for a year or two. And then here, I don't know, last week or so, I went back, and it's running just not real high, but my low number's 92, 93. And he said, look, he said, I don't want to go any higher on this lisinopril. He said, because it comes with some side effects. He said, just, he added an additional one on a very temporary basis, but he said, you've got to do some of the work yourself. He said, you're relying on a pill to do it. I said, you need to take off about 35 pounds. And he said, 35, 40 pounds. If you take that off, he said, you probably won't have to take any blood pressure medicine at all. So that was about 10 days ago, and I've lost about 3.5 pounds. I've lowered my calorie intake some, but mainly I didn't realize it, but I was drinking probably 1,000 calories a day in Coca-Cola. And it's just amazing. I mean, and then see, I'm not a big eater. I don't eat breakfast. I should. I say that's the most important meal of the day. But the way we eat around the restaurant, you have to run and grab it. So I've changed that. I actually sit down and eat lunch. I try to limit it to a medium-sized lunch, maybe 1,000, 1,100 calorie lunch. And then at night, I eat before 6 o'clock. I make myself eat before 6. I don't eat anything else after 6. And like tonight, I had a taco salad. All total, probably had about 400 calories. So I've got my calorie intake at about 1,700 a day. Some nights I'll have a bowl of cereal or something, but last night was tough. I got really hungry because before I was used to eating, I'd eat lunch at 2 or 3 o'clock because after, we're busy through lunch, so naturally you can't sit down and eat. I'm trying to make myself sit down, and eat about 1 o'clock. Take 15, 20 minutes and sit down and eat if I can. And then, of course, turn around and eat again around 1:45 to 6. But the problem before is I was eating at 9, 10 o'clock at night, eating supper, anywhere from 8 to 10, and then sometimes, go pile up in the bed and go straight to bed and, get on the computer or whatever. You're burning no calories. And first thing you know, you put on some weight. And of course, not to mention setting up, on Friday or Saturday night, and it's midnight, you run and grab a sandwich, that's, or another bowl of cereal or something. That's not to mention that. But anyway, I'm working on it, so y'all keep me in your prayers and whatnot that I can get this weight off. You'd be surprised. I can tell even 3 pounds a little in my pants are a little looser, but I'm not as sluggish not drinking as many Cokes. Now, I get my caffeine through coffee. Most time I was getting it through Coke. I would drink a cup of coffee a day, maybe 2. Now I'm drinking about 3 or 4 cups of coffee. And, of course, at work I'm drinking. I've cut my tea down to half and half or unsweet. And it's mainly just the thought of having something and getting some caffeine. But anyway, I watched Nathan Campbell's video today, and he showed a pipe rack that he looked up and found, and I sent him a message. He and I've got one that's identical. This is one that, of course, I don't keep it. Mine didn't. The humidifiers gone in it, and I bought mine in '87. But they are identical. His may be a little darker, and it looks like his is in better shape than mine. But it's neat to see another one, especially 2 in Louisiana here. He's in Lafayette. I'm in up in North Louisiana, West Monroe. But I bought mine used then, and I thought I bought it down in what we call Antique Alley, but my wife said, no, I think you bought that from the tobacconist, which was all brick and mortar back then. But even then it was used. It was an estate type deal. So, that's been 26 years ago nearly, and I don't know how old it was. I'm going to say that thing could be, 50, 60, 70 years old. I don't know, and it may not be, near that old. But anyway, that's kind of neat. And I went fishing today. I took off work at 2 o'clock, went to the lake, and finally got my boat back out of the shop. Tickled to death. Got a good AM/FM CD player, so I jammed a little on the lake and had a pretty good day with fishing. This is the time of year, I've showed y'all my hard plastic baits, my crankbaits and rattle traps and whatnot. Today I did fish with a couple of rattle traps and a suspended rogue, but bass are beginning to get on their beds with their eggs, and one of their worst enemies is a lizard. And so I've been using Zoom's plastic lizard, and I had good luck with it today. And my wife and I were talking. It's kind of neat how she said, I don't know how you keep up with all the colors and whatnot. But today, the luck I had was on this, they call this watermelon red. You can see the little red flakes in it. Well, not real good probably on the camera, but this is, I can see them, I don't know. Anyway, watermelon red. This is, of the 6 I caught, 4 of them was on this one. And the other one was just a regular, no, it was not. It was this is called cotton candy. very similar to the one you probably just seen, but you know, just all kind of exotic colors. Chartreuse green. On a good cloudy day or late in the evening or at night fishing, this black with a chartreuse tail is a good one. See, the lizard takes their eggs, and the male and the female either. They don't eat the lizard. They'll pick it up and move it or try to kill it. And it's an arch enemy to them, and this is a very deadly bait. They call this motor oil with a chartreuse tail. This is a good little bait. Kind of natural color too. One of my favorites is, they call this pumpkin seed. With a chartreuse tail. This one does good. But you know, they've got all kind of exotic little colors. This is called baby bass because the male bass will eat. Of course, why? You know, they're getting the lizard, but baby bass colored. The male will go to eating the small fry, and you know, the small fish, and as they hatch, and the female will run him off. But strangely enough, she'll eat a very few. I don't know why they do it, but he'll eat a bunch of them. So baby bass colors and like crankbaits or whatever, when it gets this time of year, when they start hatching, the males, that's a good deadly bait for that. But I'm not trying. I don't want to bore you all with these baits. It's just something that's interesting to me, and something to kind of talk about. And but anyway, like I say, I've been, for the next little bit, I'm going to really be concentrating on the lizards. And like I told you, like the crawfish colored stuff is real hot this time of year because crawfish are out. And the lizard is their enemy, but the crawfish is probably their favorite snack. And they'll attack it. I've seen them take the crawfish and have another big crawfish in them or something, and they absolutely weren't hungry, but they gotta have it. So anyway, hope everybody's doing good. And I'm like Guy Witherspoon. I'm enjoying this Black Bayou. Y'all call him Ace. His number, I'm gonna get it up close where you can see it. Write that down. Buddy is the owner. Billy works for him. They're both super good guys. Tell them I sent you, and they can give you a rundown. Y'all seen several videos. I smoke. 80% of what I smoke comes from MAs. They're in Shreveport, about 100 miles or about 90 miles west of us here. I get over there about every other month. My mother goes about every other month. So one of us is going. My mother goes to Dallas to see my sister a lot. So we're in and out of there a lot. And he ships anywhere. Like a pound is about $9, about like everybody else's. But he's probably got 30 good house blends, and he can fix you up. Y'all give him a call. Really nice guy. I wish they had an internet site, a website. I've tried to talk to him, but he's kind of from the old school. He just don't want to do it. So you kind of got to do business the old-fashioned way. But he's worth a call too, and he will ship to you. Got some nice pipes too. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. This is getting kind of lengthy, and we'll see you next time. God bless.